What if you could choose your child's genes? What if you could eliminate disease risk, enhance intelligence, improve physical appearance? In 2012, a technology called CRISPR-Cas9 emerged. This is molecular scissors for editing genes. The editing reaction itself, targeting and cutting DNA, became faster than ever before. And here's where a crucial question emerges. Should we control our own evolution? Is gene editing medical technology that cures disease, or is it eugenics that designs humans? Today, let's explore the possibilities and dangers the CRISPR revolution brings, and the ethical boundaries humanity now faces. By the end of this exploration, you'll see that gene editing isn't just technology. It's a revolution that forces us to redefine what it means to be human. Chapter 1. Rewriting the Blueprint of Life. Let's start with the fundamentals. What is DNA? DNA is the blueprint of life. The sequence of 4 letters, A, T, G, C, determines your eye color, height, susceptibility to disease, everything. Human DNA contains roughly 3 billion base pairs in one set of the genome. This sequence makes you you. So what if we could rewrite these letters? In 2012, Jennifer Doudna and Emmanuel Charpentier demonstrated the basic principle of Cas9, which can cut targeted DNA. And around 2013, multiple studies proved it works in mammalian cells too. For this achievement, both were later awarded the Nobel Prize in Chemistry. Let's think about what this means. This is molecular scissors that cut and rewrite DNA. With far greater precision than ever before, we can edit exactly where we want. CRISPR-Cas9 was inspired by an acquired immunity mechanism found in bacteria and archaea. Bacteria remember viral DNA and cut it during the next invasion. Scientists adapted this mechanism to human cells. In other words, we now live in an era where we can edit the blueprint of life. But here's where the real question begins. So what should we edit, and what should we not edit? Let's examine that boundary. Chapter 2. From Treatment to Enhancement. CRISPR technology was first used to treat disease. Sickle cell disease, muscular dystrophy, cystic fibrosis. These are caused by a single letter error in genes. CRISPR can suppress symptoms by regulating gene function. In 2019, a patient with sickle cell disease received groundbreaking CRISPR-based treatment. Months later, her symptoms improved dramatically. And between 2023 and 2024, the United Kingdom, United States, and Japan officially approved this therapy as medicine. Humanity has entered the era of practical gene-editing drugs. But the technology doesn't stop at treatment. While certain traits like muscle mass are strongly influenced by specific genes, complex traits like intelligence and longevity aren't yet at a stage where we can reliably enhance them with a few edits. But theoretically, the possibility exists. And here's where the boundary becomes blurred. And in November 2018, Chinese scientist He Jiankui made a shocking announcement. He claimed to have created the world's first genome-edited baby. Twin girls, Lulu and Nana. Their genes were edited in an attempt to give them HIV resistance. Think about this for a moment. If preventing disease is acceptable, why isn't enhancing abilities? If curing muscular dystrophy is moral, why is increasing muscle strength immoral? He Jiankui's experiment was condemned worldwide. He was convicted in China and reportedly sentenced to 3 years in prison and fined. He was released in 2022 and is attempting to resume research activities. But the technology already exists. Pandora's box has been opened. So let's look at what this technology brings to society. Chapter 3. The Shadow of a New Eugenics. When we consider the ethics of gene editing, we need to look back at history. The history of eugenics. Eugenics is the idea of increasing humans with desirable genetic traits and reducing those with undesirable ones. In the 20th century, eugenics-based forced sterilization was institutionalized in multiple countries, including the US and Scandinavia. In the US alone, roughly 60,000 cases occurred, and Nazi Germany took this to an extreme. About 400,000 people were forcibly sterilized, and hundreds of thousands were killed as lives unworthy of living. Now we face a different form of eugenics. Not state-imposed, but eugenics by individual choice. What if wealthy parents could use gene editing to enhance their child's intelligence, appearance, athletic ability? Is that individual freedom or the beginning of a new inequality? Harvard philosopher Michael Sandel warned of the erosion of solidarity and the arrival of a new class society based on ability. A divide emerges between edited children and those who aren't. Inequality from birth. And here's where a crucial question emerges. What is human value? Is it determined by genes? What we consider superior traits change with culture and time. Traits once deemed desirable can now become grounds for discrimination. Think about this for a moment. If we could perfectly design genes, diversity would be lost. And diversity has been the key to humanity's adaptation to environmental change. Gene editing asks us a question. What does it mean to be human? Are we merely a collection of genes? Or are we something beyond genes? And we face a new question. So what should we do in the face of this technology? Let's look at the path forward. Chapter 4. The Endless Quest. Now, today we've deeply explored this revolution called gene editing. CRISPR-Cas9 has given us unprecedented power. The power to cure disease, and the power to design humans. Today, even safer new technologies like base editing are being developed, techniques that rewrite DNA without completely cutting it. But as history shows, what's scientifically possible and what's ethically permissible are separate questions. Let me share the insights from today's exploration. First, gene editing has two faces, treatment and enhancement. Curing disease is moral, but what about enhancing abilities? This boundary is ambiguous, both technically and ethically. And this very ambiguity is why we must discuss it carefully. Second, if gene editing is left to individual choice, new inequality emerges. If only wealthy families can enhance their children, that's the beginning of a new class society based on ability. We must seriously consider equity of access to this technology. Third, human value cannot be measured by genes alone. Intelligence, appearance, athletic ability. These may be important, but they're not the essence of humanity. Diversity has been the source of humanity's strength. What these insights reveal is that gene editing isn't just technology. It's a revolution that forces us to redefine what it means to be human. We now hold the power to control our own evolution. But how we use that power is a question of ethics and wisdom, not science. I feel both awe and fear toward this technology. The CRISPR revolution could bring immeasurable benefits to humanity. It might save millions suffering from genetic diseases. But at the same time, as the He Jiankui incident showed, the temptation to cross ethical boundaries is strong. We must balance scientific progress with respect for human dignity. And this isn't just a question for scientists. All of us have a responsibility to participate in this discussion. Finally, I want to ask you, if gene editing becomes widely available, would you edit your child's genes? And if so, how far do you think editing should be allowed? There are no easy answers to these questions. But continuing to ask keeps us moving forward. Because technology won't stop. After you finish this exploration, when you return to daily life, I want you to be conscious of something. The diversity of people you encounter. The unique characteristics each person carries. Even when the age of gene editing arrives, don't forget the value of protecting this diversity. Because perfect genes don't exist. Our imperfection is what makes us human. The next time you hear news of successful gene therapy or see debates about designer babies, remember today's exploration. About the possibilities of technology, ethical responsibility, and human dignity. Share your insights in the comments. Your questions become the force that moves this channel forward. I'm grateful you joined me on this intellectual journey to the end. The revolution of gene editing keeps asking us a question. What does it mean to be human? This channel explores the boundary between science and philosophy, offering new perspectives on seeing the world. If today's exploration resonated with you, subscribe and continue this intellectual adventure. Next time, I'll be waiting with questions that shake your perception. Until next time.